Picture this. You're sitting in a quiet little cafe, the kind with dim lights and the soft aroma of fresh espresso hanging in the air. Across from you is a woman, effortlessly beautiful. Not the kind of beauty that needs makeup or attention, but the kind that makes most men lose their composure. Yet you're calm. You lean back, sip your coffee, and say something so simple it almost seems ordinary. But in that instant, she tilts her head, her lips curve into a slow smile, and she leans in, closer, curious, almost without realizing it herself. Here's the key. You didn't compliment her looks. You didn't brag about yourself. Instead, you spoke from a place of calm confidence, the kind of quiet strength Stoicism teaches. And that changes everything. Because attraction isn't about being the tallest guy in the room, or the richest, or the best dressed. It's about presence. It's about the energy of a man who doesn't need to prove anything. Most men think they have to impress with money, status, or charm. But the truth? What truly captivates is the ability to create curiosity and respect without even trying. When you master that, women can feel it. They sense something rare, something magnetic. That's the power of grounded confidence, and it's available to any man willing to learn. Imagine this. You're at a networking event. The room is buzzing with chatter, people holding glasses of wine, trying to make an impression. A woman walks in, elegant, stunning, and instantly she's the center of attention. One guy after another approaches her with the same lines. "You look amazing. That dress is beautiful. You're stunning." She smiles politely, but you can see it. She's not really engaged. Why? Because she's heard it all before. Compliments on looks are predictable, safe, and forgettable. Now picture your turn. You don't mention her appearance at all. Instead, you look at her with calm curiosity and say, "You have a unique way about you. I like that." She pauses. For the first time, her smile isn't automatic, it's genuine. She leans in and asks, "What do you mean?" In that moment, the conversation shifts. Here's the psychology. You've stepped outside the predictable game. Instead of noticing what everyone sees on the surface, you've hinted at something deeper, something only you recognized. That makes her wonder, what exactly did he notice about me? And once she's thinking about your perspective, attraction begins. This isn't flattery, it's connection. It shows more. Now let's move to another scene. You're sitting across from a woman at a coffee shop, maybe a casual friend of a friend. She's talking about her career plans, her travels, the goals she's chasing. Most guys in that situation would just nod and say something bland like, "That's cool." It keeps the conversation polite, but it doesn't create any spark. It doesn't show who you are. But instead, you lean in slightly, hold her gaze, and say, "I like women who know what they want." Just 7 simple words. Suddenly, her body language shifts. She sits up straighter, her smile deepens, and the energy between you changes. What happened? This phrase isn't about flattery, it's about filtering. You're telling her, without bragging, without pressure, "I have standards, I value clarity, I respect self-awareness." And here's the twist. Now she's not just wondering if she likes you. She's quietly asking herself, "Do I measure up to his standards?" That's powerful, because most men spend their energy trying to win approval. But a man grounded in confidence flips the script. He shows he already knows what he values. And that subtle shift from seeking to selecting is what makes her see you differently. It's not about impressing her. It's about standing firm in who you are. Picture this moment. You're in a conversation with a woman who's sharing her story. She tells you how she spent 3 years working toward a degree while holding down 2 jobs. You can see the determination in her eyes as she explains the late nights, the sacrifices, and the discipline it took. Now, most men would give the obvious response, "Wow, that's impressive." It's polite, sure, but it doesn't leave a mark. It sounds like something anyone would say. Instead, you pause, look at her with genuine appreciation, and say, "That's what I like most about you." Notice what happens. Her expression shifts. She blinks, then smiles slowly, almost surprised. It's as if no one had ever framed her ambition, her resilience, as something truly attractive. Here's why this works. You're not just acknowledging an achievement, you're recognizing a trait that's woven into her identity. You're telling her, "Your values are what draw me in." And that's far more powerful than commenting on beauty, because beauty fades. Ambition, discipline, and inner strength, those leave a lasting impression. This isn't about rehearsed lines, it's about training yourself to notice what others overlook. When you highlight character over appearance, you show depth. You show that you're a man who doesn't just chase what's easy to see, but values what truly matters. And that's rare in today's world. Now imagine a lighter moment. You've just met a woman at a social gathering, maybe a dinner party or a casual event. The two of you are trading playful banter. She narrows her eyes, smiles mischievously, and says, "You're trouble, aren't you?" Most men would laugh nervously or quickly deny it, eager not to lose her approval. But you stay calm, let the silence hang for a second, and then you smile and reply, "I don't know if you can handle me." What happens next is subtle but powerful. She laughs, yes. But then she tilts her head, curious. "What do you mean by that?" she asks, leaning in closer. Without even realizing it, she's now the one chasing clarity, investing her energy into figuring you out. Here's the psychology. This phrase works because it suggests depth and standards. You're not arrogant. You're not trying to prove anything. You're playful, confident, and mysterious. Most men give themselves away instantly, desperate for approval. But by hinting that there's more beneath the surface, you flip the script. And this is where attraction takes root. Not in obvious compliments, but in the curiosity you spark. When she's trying to decode you, she's already hooked. It's not about being cocky. It's about showing that you know your worth and that you're comfortable letting her wonder. That's what keeps you unforgettable. Picture this. You're at a friend's dinner party. The atmosphere is warm, laughter fills the room, and conversations overlap. A woman you're talking with teases you about something lighthearted. Most guys in that exact moment would rush to agree, laugh too hard, or take the bait instantly. Why? Because deep down, they're eager to please. But instead, you hold your ground. You smile, look her in the eye, and say playfully, "I'm not that easy." She laughs, of course, but there's also a flicker of surprise. Her head tilts slightly, as if she's just discovered a new layer of who you are. Here's the power of that phrase. Most men give themselves away at the first sign of female attention. A smile, a compliment, even the smallest tease, and they're hooked. But when you deliver "I'm not that easy" with relaxed confidence, you're sending a subtle but profound message. I'm selective. I don't chase every smile or scrap of attention. My interest has to be earned. This is humor with weight. It's playful, yes, but it also communicates quiet value. You're not shutting her down, you're inviting her to engage more deeply, on your terms. And that flips the dynamic. Instead of you chasing her validation, she's now curious to see if she can earn yours. That's the essence of real attraction. It's not about being aloof or arrogant. It's about showing that your attention is rare, and rare things are always more valuable. Here's the truth. These phrases are not magic pickup lines. They don't work because of the words alone. They work because of who you are when you say them. A man who is calm, grounded, and confident in his own skin doesn't need approval, and that's exactly what makes him magnetic. Think about it. Most men chase attraction by trying too hard. They brag, they flatter, they perform. But women see through that instantly. What truly sets you apart is presence, the quiet power of a man who doesn't beg for attention, but naturally draws it in. Stoicism has taught for centuries that the highest form of strength is self-control. When you master yourself, you stop chasing. And when you stop chasing, something shifts. Attraction starts to chase you. So the real lesson here isn't about memorizing clever lines. It's about cultivating a mindset, a way of being, where every word you speak carries weight, because it comes from certainty, not neediness. That's what women find rare. That's what they lean into without even realizing it. If you're ready to keep building that presence, that quiet confidence, and that influence that can't be faked, then stay with me. Subscribe now, because becoming irresistible isn't about tricks. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to impress. And that's exactly why he does.